I haven't thought about it because it's so bittersweet. I mean, there's an excitement about the next chapter, but saying goodbye to a character you've played for 7 years, 22 episodes a year. I mean, I've sort of been eating, breathing, living Alicia, and I mean, even on our 2-month hiatus, I was thinking about her. So I'm gonna have to somehow figure out how to stop thinking about how Alicia would react to something. I think it's very bittersweet. There's no, the upside is that all good things must come to an end, and I think that CBS and the Kings were absolutely right. You know, we should go out on top and leave them wanting more, and treat these characters with tremendous dignity. And at the same time, it's just painful.
You know, I haven't processed it. The day I found out the show wasn't going to come back, I remember being kind of sanguine about it, like, oh, well, but how lucky were we? And, you know, I guess, yes, it's time and all that. And then I woke up the next morning as though someone had died. You know, it was a very, very heavy feeling in my heart. And that's not just because of the character or like having a job, it's the people with whom I worked, the actors, the crew, the writers, just everybody. And we shot in New York, and so, you know, we didn't have to go to LA to work. We were New York actors, and all the New York actors who came on our show time and again, you know, Michael J. Fox, and I mean, so many great actors.
I think I shed characters pretty well when I'm done with them. I don't have too much sentimental value when it comes to saying goodbye. You know, don't have to wear these suits anymore, or have my hair look like Clark Kent anymore. I'm very unsentimental when it comes to that. I mean, and it's been a great ride, by the way. But you know, there's that's much more for me when I'm doing theater. I have a hard time putting a goodbye production because it's a much more intensive communal experience.
I tend to do something with all characters if you play them for a longer period of time, and I've never played a TV character for this long before. So it feels to me, she's sunk in a lot more. It feels a lot more like a character you would play in a theatre. And I tend to start saying goodbye to them quite early on so that it's not too much of a rip for me, because I'm quite emotionally attached to things, and because I was a fan of the show, it was already hard enough that the show was coming to an end. So had two things I was having to kind of rip slowly. So I just every day I say goodbye to a little bit of her. I try to imagine that they are ending their job for the last day and they've got their bag. It's kind of like a meditation, like a visualization. You kind of imagine that they're packing up their bags for the last day and they're leaving the law firm and they're leaving the stage and they're walking down the road outside for real with their little bag, and they're getting in a cab and then they're going off to the airport or to an island or wherever.